Power 96, your boy Casey Chopz, got Pusha T in the building. I'm live in the lab, South Beach. How's Miami, sir?
Come on, man, Miami's good.
You out here partying or hardly working, or what's up?
Nah, definitely. You see I'm in the studio now.
That's right, man. So, what are you working on, man? Like, what are your new projects?
Oh, man, I mean, you know, my new project, first and foremost, is my album.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? My solo debut is coming out top of the year. And, you know, production by Kanye West, The Dream, Rico Beats, Swizz.
So let me ask you a question, man. You're from VA. You've worked with Pharrell. You've worked with Kanye.
Yeah.
What are like the differences in Pharrell and Kanye, like production wise, like in the studio with them, man? Like,
you know, I always tell everybody that as far as production goes, you know, when I get to the studio and working with Pharrell, the beat is like basically already done.
Okay.
You know, I get in there and I write to a beat.
Okay.
A lot of times with Kanye, he gives me like a skeleton. And then I write to whatever the part of the skeleton that I like as far as the beat goes, just whatever part that, you know, jumps out at me. I write to that, and then he'll take that verse and then build a beat around it.
Gotcha.
So it's like,
it might sound like a whole different song after he's done with it.
Totally.
No doubt, man. So what's like your dream track, man? Like, what is like, if you could pick two rappers, a singer on the hook, and a producer, who you putting on that joint?
Oh man, two rappers?
Yeah.
Oh, myself and Big. Myself and Big and Aaliyah on the hook. We done.
Ooh, and who's on the beat?
On the beat, I'm gonna go with wow, that's tough, man. That's tough. On the beat, I'm gonna definitely go with I'm gonna go with the early with Nasheem Myrick, like the Hitman.
Okay, you're gonna take it back.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Aaliyah thing, man, I know you're from VA. You got Timbaland, Missy.
For sure.
How do you feel about, you know, and you got your situation over there at Young Money? How do you feel about this whole Drake Aaliyah project, man, and them not, you know, really involving Timbaland and Missy in that?
I mean, I don't really think you can call it an Aaliyah project without involving Timbaland and Missy. Just in my opinion. I mean, that's just, you know, there was a certain sound that was created and a certain sound that has been stamped, you know, in dealing with Aaliyah. And I don't really think you can, but you know, whatever they do and whatever they work out is how they work it out. I don't have a situation at Young Money. I'm signing good music.
Yo, we gotta get into that, man. This Wayne beef, man. How did all this thing? How did it start? Like,
I don't know, man. You know, he you know, just
he took subliminal shots first, right?
you know, it wasn't anything too subliminal. I mean, when you talk about like this as a recent, you know, I put out Exodus, and everybody felt like, you know, he felt a certain way about it and went to Twitter with it. You know, that's just what it is. I mean, it's actually nothing to me. It's just, you know, it's rap to me. Yeah. Like, and that's all I do.
And that's what hip hop is about, you know, like the competitive of it. How do you feel about the Dedication 4 joint? You know, you heard it, or?
Oh yeah. I didn't.
He's not really putting any effort in, huh?
I mean, I don't know what he's putting into it. It's just, it wasn't, in my opinion.
How do you feel about the direction hip hop is going? Like, you know, you think, because, you know, I feel like it might be coming back, because there's dudes like you. I interviewed Kendrick Lamar. You guys really put like time into your verses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you think that's coming back, like the art form and like, you know, that lyrical content.
I mean, I think that the lyricism has always played a part through every era of hip hop. I love where hip hop is right now. Like, I feel like everybody is sort of trying to, you know, put their A game. You know what I'm saying, and they're masters of their craft. Like, I was at the BET Hip Hop Awards the other day, and I felt like, man, I'm watching the whole awards, and I'm like, man, you know, Wiz to me had a real powerful performance. You know, and it's just like, people wouldn't expect for me to say that at the BET Hip Hop Awards that Wiz got like one of the illest performances that I've seen, but he did. And that's just, it's not about him being better than anybody else lyrically or anything like that. It's just about like him mastering what he does.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people are just mastering what they do, and that makes it better for the whole
I feel
game.
like the whole technology thing, people are more focused on videos, and they skip like the music part. Like they skip the putting in time into like making what, you know, like people are so concerned with all the outside elements that have to surround the music, like with the videos and everything. That lyrical content isn't really there anymore.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we have a different listener. Like it's a different criteria and standard for the new listener. You know what I'm saying? For the younger listener, the younger listener, like when I was coming up in hip hop, it was about what Rakim was saying. You know what I'm saying? It was about being able to recite the Big Daddy Kane verse and know it backwards and forwards. Right now, you know, it's about the dance that goes along with the song. It's about the party. It's about the, you know, it's just about the groove and everything else. So you know, even within that though, man, I mean, it's always been party records throughout history in hip hop. So I just feel like, you know, it's all good.
Do you think we're gonna get another Clips album, man? How's your brother?
Yeah, my brother's good, man.
Good?
He's traveling right now, and yeah, I definitely think so.
I hope so, man.
I think we are.
So who's your new favorite artist coming up? Like the new class that's, you know, who's someone that really catches your ear that you're like, wow, different, unique, may last a long time?
Oh, Kendrick.
Kendrick?
I think Kendrick will.
Okay.
I went to his listening session the other day for his album.
Is that in New York?
It was in New York, yeah. I was up there, and I actually was, I had to do an in-store because Cruel Summer dropped at the same time, and I had to do an in-store, but I stopped by there and I got to hear like a few of the records, and it was hot.
So how was the whole Cruel Summer process, man? You got Big Sean, 2 Chainz. How was that, like, the whole structure of that going on?
You know, Cruel Summer is like, it's one of them things where you know, the biggest project was getting all the different styles together, and I think Ye probably had the hardest job because it was taking all the verses and then matching up what verse sounded the best and mixing and matching it.
So were y'all like in the studio working together? It was a lot of sending back and forth.
It was a lot of sending, but you know, there were like blocks of, like, you know, where people wouldn't take shows for a weekend, and then everybody would get together, or you know, maybe a Tuesday through a Thursday block where people would just, you know, everybody would be in there. I'd be in there with Sean Common, Sci-Hi, Tiana. You know, we'll meet 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz, he's been pretty busy this year, so we got in Qatar. Then he recorded, man, 4 or 5 verses on while we were filming the movie.
Whew. So what projects, like, you got a single dropping soon, like a solo effort, or?
Yeah, man, we got a single dropping real soon.
Can we get a release date, or could we get any inside information, features, producer?
It's just gonna be pain. That's it.
Okay.
That's everybody needs to know. It's gonna be pain. So.
All right, I'm gonna do this thing called the 1 minute drill. I've done it to Kendrick. I've done it to Ross. I'm just gonna ask you questions rapid fire and just answer them quick. All right, and I had help from my VA Connects for this too. So. All right. Nike or Reebok?
Nike.
Feather and Fin or Popeye?
Feather and Fin.
Trey or Chris Brown?
Chris.
Kanye or Pharrell?
Wow. Oh, yay.
Booty or boobs?
Booty.
Miami or LA?
Miami.
Alicia or Beyonce?
Beyonce.
iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
Are you in a Rari or a Bentley?
Oh, Rari.
Ross or Jeezy?
Off right now. Woo. Man, I got Ross right now.
Ross?
Yeah, man.
All right. You smashing in the pool or balcony?
Balcony.
All right. You rocking gold or platinum? Both. Yeah. Okay. It's the new wave. So I appreciate you doing the interview, man. One more thing about that Ross and Jeezy thing. You're at the BET Awards. How was that? Like, were you there? Like, any?
Yeah, I didn't see any crazy tension or anything. You know, like I look at both of them, man, and at the end of the day, they just all, you know, I feel like there's a wave and there's a time, and I think what people are forgetting about is that, like, both of them are really relevant right now. It's not like we're like one person. This has been one of those feuds that, like, where one person doesn't die off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This has been like
It's like Kobe and LeBron.
Yeah, we've been getting like, you know, like Ross. It's been Ross's time right now. Like without a doubt, as far as him, his imprint, as far as his crew. He's really blown all them guys up. League, Wale, everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, you know, Jeezy has a core fan base that we're all locked into. I mean, I am especially. But you know, at the end of the day, man, I think, you know, as a fan, everybody needs to look at it and be like, man, we getting some awesome music from both of them. Like, you really are. Like, I mean, Jeezy came and dropped and he did his numbers and it's here. You know what I'm saying? Ross is in the clubs every night. You know, musically you hear it. It's not stopping.
He's got more of that entrepreneurial mind state too. It feels like he's getting into other ventures and stuff. You know.
Yeah, it's just it's gonna be good to see that right there. Like, unlike other issues, like where it's like a landslide victory, like landslide. You know, lyrically, you know, people is getting crushed. It's not that type of landslide. Like, it's something where I'm like, I'm looking forward to the new Jeezy.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the new Ross.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, that's a good one to see.
No, man. Appreciate it. Power 96, KC Chopz.
Sure.
Thank you. For real.
All right.